now we're going to cover the more command. So this command, when I first started using Linux, was my favorite command to use. I didn't want to use cat. I just wanted to view parts of the file, and more was a great way to do that. So we'll just show you. More, I'm going to give it the file name. So in this case, we'll use the we'll use the readme.txt because that's a longer one. More is good for longer text, and you'll see why. So we used cat. It just spat everything out on the screen. Now I'm going to use more, and let's see what it does here. So, all right, and so the next command we're going to cover is the more command. And when I first started using Linux, this was one of my favorite commands to go to, mainly because I didn't want to use the cat command, just to write everything out to the file system. And more does it a little bit more gracefully. It allows you to view parts of the file at a time, or one screen at a time, basically. So what we're going to do is I'm going to simply type more, and we're going to use file1 as an example because we know what's in there. And so I'm going to hit enter, and notice I'm actually seeing the top of the file, and I can tell because of the lorem ipsum at the top left there. That's the beginning of this sample text that I have in here. And we notice on the bottom left, it's telling me I'm using more, and it tells me I'm 43% of the way through the file, which is good information. So if I want to view more of this file, I have a couple options. The first one is to simply hit enter. So when I hit enter, if you can tell, I'm basically just going down one line at a time. And as I'm going, you see the percentage go up to tell me, okay, how far have I gone through the file? So useful information there. If I want to go back, I can actually hit the B key on the keyboard, and that actually takes me back up into the file. So like I said, enter takes you down one line at a time. B will take you back. It takes you back actually a page. Now to do the opposite of that, we can also use the space bar, and what this will do is advance us one page at a time within the file. So I hit space, and notice I jumped from, 40-some% to 89. And if I hit B, okay, now I jump back, I'm at 45%, and I can hit space. And if I hit space again, notice I reached the end of the file. So what more does is it will just return you back to the prompt after you reach the end of the file, which can be useful. You've seen the file, you've got everything you need, and now you can resume your work. But one thing I'll show you that I don't like about more, or why there's a better option, is I'm going to scroll up, and if you notice, I've got a lot more text than I should. Before it was only a little bit, but notice it went back a page. I'm kind of repeating the text here. It went back a page again, back a page. Okay, and then there, finally, I reached the top of where I called the more command to list the contents of file 1. And so that's one downside of using more, is everything that you see gets written to the screen, and then you would have to scroll up, where you have to kind of deal with the repetitiveness if you went forward and backward, and then you have to get to where you were. Just so you know, a quick way to get there is if you hit enter, it'll just jump down to the next line on the prompt. So that's a good way to get back